Welcome everybody to the Queensland Rural Charters Towers Market Report for the 12th of April. I'm joined here by Nick and Harry, and what a strong sale, guys.
Good sale.
It definitely, for these short weeks, it was quite exciting, both in the fat job and the store job. 1,010 head in the sale, 369 fats and 641 stores. Drawn good run come from Croydon, another run from Richmond. Few Torrens Creek cattle, everything else just local and coastal cattle mainly. And it was a great sale. I'll turn you over to Nick to have a chat to you about the fat job.
Thanks, Sean. The fat cattle that were there today, the fat cattle were fat. The cows, the local cows, the western cows and the northern cows had plenty of condition on them, and the works were looking for those cows. I couldn't say the same about the bullocks. There wasn't many finished bullocks in there. The bullocks that were there, they were a bit off the mark a bit, but they were they still had a little bit of cover on them. I think the top of the bullock job that hit $3, but you're pretty consistent around your $2.90, late 80s on that bullock job. But in saying, I think if you stood a big run of good bullocks up, you would have been getting closer to $3 this week on those big bullocks. Fat heifers, there wasn't many fat heifers there to even have a quote on, really. They were just an odds and sods. But the cow job, going back to the cow job, I reckon we could have seen that cow job lift 15 cents today, 10 to 15 across the board. Cows making $2.50 to $2.60. A lot of cows in that late 40s to early 50s. And then come back off the pace. I reckon we've really seen a jump in that lighter end cow today. We had another processor operating today from the south on those lighter cows, and he just put a bit of a 4 in that market. So I reckon you could have seen that bottom end cow job lift 20 cents. They were making $2.30 to $2.40, where previous weeks they're probably making $2.10 to $2.15. So I reckon there was a big jump in that cow job, and the bull job certainly. The boys are still up the bulls with the boats, obviously, so it hasn't changed much. That bull job's still 280 and 290. So overall, that fat job I thought was a lot better. But I'll hand you over to Harry for a go on the store job.
So we got into the stores today. We met strong competition from buyers, predominantly restocking buyers.
Plenty of buyers.
Cattle going back to the west, and probably buyers we haven't seen there in the past weeks that presented themselves. The steers got out to $5.18 for an isolated pen of steers, but there was strong competition throughout. They were up probably 20 to 30 cents, maybe even a little bit better. I think that probably on a whole, the heifer job held on where it was last week, or may have improved slightly, would you say?
About the same, Harry. It's probably, quite a bit.
But anyway, it was a good result. Hopefully continue going
I'll
forward.
just recap on that steer job a bit for Harry, but that 200 to 300 kilo steer, I reckon they could have lifted 40 cents this week.
Close to it, definitely.
They were making late threes to into the $4.50 mark.
There was at least probably 4 competitors that haven't been going, and those that have been operating have had to go with them to keep buying their quota. It certainly was. And I think the heifer job probably went 30 as well, Harry, I reckon, especially in little 200 kilo heifers. Rough cattle, anything that is off the pace is still not making much money. They're not wanting them.
Quality's what they want.
Quality's what they want. Good quality, good weight for age. They're going quite well. I think that's it for the sale. Definitely a sale next week. There's roughly 1,000 head already booked between all agents. We'll get a better idea of Friday what there is. While we've got you, just to remind you that the Ophir Downs auction is on tomorrow.